If you had a day all to yourself where you could do anything you wanted, what would you do? I would sit and sew, as I do many days. Hi, I'm Roberta from Quilt Crafters Corner, and today I want to talk a little bit more about all these strips that I've been using up. You know, those leftovers from the backs of quilts, tops and bottoms. So I finished this one, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's bright, it's colorful, it's going to make a really lovely quilt. So in working with these strips, I started playing with some new and different ideas on what to do with them. So let's go over to the cutting table and we'll talk more about those strips. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I appreciate it, and I love to hear all of your comments about some of these ideas I've been giving you. So let's go to the cutting table and let's explore some new possibilities for those strips that we all have. Okay, here's the idea, and this was originally, I think it was a table runner that made me go, ooh, isn't that an interesting idea? And I really like the way it is. Now this would be really kind of pretty as a placemat. These would be pretty placemats and things like that. And once again, these are just those strips, those leftover pieces from quilt backs that I have. And so I started playing with this idea. But then it kind of went in a different direction. And I started to look at these pieces just a little bit differently. And I thought, okay, well, what else could I do with these? So, and I've got these pink ones here. And I thought, well, you know, this could be an interesting way to use up more of these strips that I have and just kind of add on to what that idea was. So let me show you what I'm kind of thinking here. And so these can all be moved around and put into different places in different ways. And just by adding some more of these pieces and keep adding to this. And now I almost get this different type of effect going on just by adding some more pieces to this. And now look what this is doing. This is starting to create a whole new pattern and scheme that you can put together, and just by adding these strips and adding more of these colorful strips that we have left over. And look what this is creating. Isn't this fascinating? The possibilities here are just so endless, and I just really love the way that these work out. So you know how I've been talking a lot about this workshop that I have coming up, and I'm really excited about it because it's showing you the possibilities of more things like this that you can create just out of those strips of fabric that you already have. Well, this kind of got me to thinking, what if I could create something even better, like a place where we could explore quilting creativity together? You know, not just once in a while, like in a workshop, but maybe like all the time. Well, I'm excited to tell you that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm creating a special community called Stitch, where we can share, learn, and grow together. Stay tuned. I'll tell you more about it as in a little bit. But there'll be a link in the description. If you're interested on that, click that link and we will send you more information. So this is just something that I've kind of been playing with and just really working on and experimenting with, is really a good way of putting it. And these strips, you know, are just, you can really start to create some really interesting, unique patterns. Now, the thought here is maybe some more pink over in this area here and just develop another pink or purple. And I've pulled out these colors here that I thought would go with the blues and greens that I've already got going on, and add maybe something. This is a little too dark, I think, but add more colors or maybe even more pinks into this group, because I do have more pinks that I can put in here. I've got more of that. I've got more pinks there and more pinks here, and just start to add, you know, more pink into this, and just start to continue to create and expand this out. Now this can easily be put together, you know, in rows this way or rows that way, almost like you do an on-point quilt. It doesn't have to be this and then that. Just create your rows and then start putting them together that way. Now the other thing that this is really good for is jelly rolls. Now I've got this jelly roll that's been hanging around for a really long time, and I'm thinking about adding some of these because there is some greens in here and there's some pinks and reds in here too that will work and go really nicely with what I've got going on here already. You see, here's a really lovely green that matches that green. And these are just some of the things in a jelly roll. Oh, look at the butterflies. So these could easily be added into this and make a really stunning, interesting quilt. So it doesn't just have to be done with your strips, you know, leftover strips. It could be done with anything that you have. You could even cut fabric. Like I had that fabric out. You could cut fabric in just, you know, 2.5-inch strips and turn this into a really interesting, stunning quilt. And just by adding these, now these are all cut with the super side cut from Jaybird Quilts. I'll put a link in the description for it so you can go check that out, because this is a nice, because it's got this blunt top. You know that all of your seams are going to go together really nicely. It's really simple and easy to line up, and it makes it easy to put those together. So dealing with these, and now this is I believe this is, yeah, this is a 60-degree ruler that I'm using. So if you already have a 60-degree ruler, that will work. But this is a simple, easy way to use up some of those strips and make a nice, interesting, stunning quilt. It doesn't have to be always done the way, you know, we've always done it. Let's change things up. Let's experiment. Oh, the possibilities here. So these possibilities are what I'm talking about. It's that kind of discovery that we'll be exploring in Stitch, the membership, our new quilting community. And remember, those workshops that I've been mentioning, well, they're going to be part of this too. So if you're curious about joining us for this adventure, keep watching. I'll share with you more how to be one of our members. So I hope you love this idea. It's a simple idea. It's using up more of those strips, or even some of that fabric you've had in your stash forever and you didn't know what to do with this. Makes an interesting, stunning quilt, and it's really gonna all line up really nicely, and I love the way that this is gonna look. So I hope you found this interesting. I mean, just playing with these triangles is a fun thing to do, and it kind of gives you a different look on the way we put our quilts together. So I hope you found that interesting. I love playing with new ideas and the possibilities that are out there that we can do with some of this fabric that we have. So if you enjoyed this, please subscribe if you haven't. It does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. Also, leave me a comment. Is this something that you're going to try? Do you have a jelly roll sitting in that drawer over there that you might want to use up this way? Let me know. I would love to see what you're working on. Also, if you do want to know more about the membership, there'll be a link in the description. Just click on that link and we'll get you some information. So once again, thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, happy quilting.